They started well at their great alma mater several years ago and have proposed in their hearts to finish strong, as indicated by the theme of the event.
23, 24, and 25.
Appreciating the institution that molded them into captains of industries and good representatives of Nigeria across various countries of the world, set the tone for the day's event.
We have colleagues from all over the globe that have actually come in to celebrate with us. We have colleagues from Canada, from the US, some from the parts of Europe. We have colleagues from Germany and the likes. We have colleagues in Nigeria that are also celebrating. And this year we have decided to host in Lagos, just to ensure that we're able to bring everybody, on board, to join in the celebration. And yes, we can see very many of us come with our families, with our wives and kids, and to think about us as students about 30 years or so back, as young boys that have actually grown up to be, great men. And of course, we're still growing. The theme of the events is finishing strong. We understand that finishing strong is not a destination. It's actually a journey. And it's a journey, to continue to hit those milestones that we require as humans. And I think the next phase for us is about changing the world. We've been able to create the spirit of brotherhood. And now we think that it's important that we share with the world exactly the brotherhood that we have, and also to change the world, whether in science, whether in the arts, whether in business, whether in politics. We think that that's the next phase for very many of us.
Most people here, I'm seeing them now, they are all different doctors, chiefs, and all engineers, all grown up, and I'm so happy, I'm so delighted to be here today.
It's quite an interesting experience to see people that started the journey and they are still together, uniting in brotherhood, and able to network, they're able to collaborate, able to share their successes, share their pain together, and find ways to work together as a team rather than working in isolation. Like they usually say in Liverpool, never walk alone. So it's quite interesting to be part of history with them. 25 years is no joke.
Looking back at their early days at LUMEN CHRISTI International College in UROMI, Edo State, Southwest Nigeria, and the falling standard of education presently, they were unanimous in calling for necessary reforms and revamping of school curriculums to meet the demands of present day.
Education is very key to any growth of any economy. So when we started, we went to Lumen Christi. It was all a boarding house, and it brought a lot of people from different lights and everything together. And the school was a Catholic school. It actually molded us, like I said. And I think it was like more or less a Catholic school, so the government were not really involved in it. But now, if the government, they have to look at the education sector really, really critical, because what we experienced then is different from what is happening right now, whereby you go to school and you see all sorts of bad vices.
Another way is for government to stay focused. I mean, the federal government, especially the federal schools, the state schools, they need to be funded very well. They need to build infrastructure. The classroom should be standard for every Nigerian. Should have access to standard classroom to be able to learn.
Bring in more ICT, bring in more social awareness, social responsibility, social works, ensuring that people understand the law of the land, understand the culture, understand tradition. As we speak, many of our schools, history is not being taught. And if you do not understand your history as a person or as a group, you really might not be able to even forge ahead, because you really do not know where you're going to, because essentially you do not know where you're coming from. So we think it's important that subjects should be brought back, and also the curriculum should be revamped to ensure that we have very many relevant items necessary to be taught, especially with formal education is taught. Many of us are not taught businesses at the moment in schools. So you have people who graduate and do not understand what it means to really own or run a business. People do not have entrepreneurial mindsets, and we think that that has to come into the curriculum where people can learn. Even in the global, even in Africa, if you go to places like South Africa, Cape Town and the likes, you would see how the curriculum has been revamped to meet today's needs.
When we go back to the days of when we had Introtech, we had lab, vocational training should be what should be focused on, so that it's no longer a case of you come out from school and you're going to look for a job, but rather you come out of school and you already have what vocation you want to go into. That is what the government should start looking at and investing in, because the more people more technical people we have, we'll be able to solve a lot of technical problems that we have currently, so that we don't have people who are half-baked, who don't know exactly what to do. So I believe that with vocational training, we'll have more people who can solve problems and not people who are part of the problem to be solved.
They also expressed concerns about the national hunger crisis and protest.
This is the only way the masses can express themselves, So, but government needs to really look into whatever plans, whatever people are clamoring for, and try to show compassion, try to come in and let the people feel, that the government is with us, So if you say we should endure a lot of hardship, and we don't see your own sacrifices, everybody will be angry.
Contact Shino Daniels on the numbers showing on your screen. Dara Network TV, an online platform built on truth and integrity. Try us today.